Hello, guys. This time around, I'm back with a very delicate topic, and I know that this is going to earn me more brickbats and bouquets. Now, Sunil Gavaskar's emotional outburst at the Chepauk a few days back after the KKR CSK match, obviously grabbed headlines, and it was all over the social media. People were dissecting it, people were discussing it, and obviously, he earned a lot of plaudits for whatever he did. But on the other side, if I look at it, I would say that I think his actions were a bit uncalled for because being a professional commentator, you need to hold back your emotions. Of course, you have your personal choice, you have your likes and dislikes, but the way he behaved the other day, it was like it was not Sunil Gavaskar, it was not the Sunil Gavaskar that we've kind of grown up watching. And I was not surprised, to be very honest, in the sense that I got carried away. I tweeted about it, I wrote about it, but then a very dear friend of mine, who is a very senior journalist, he pointed this out that it was totally unprofessional on Sunil Gavaskar's part, because obviously, you have the right to express your emotions, but when you're on the job, you have to ensure that you hold back your emotions and behave accordingly, because see, these guys are icons, people look up to them, people swear by them, but if they cross the professional line, I would say, if they behave like kids, then obviously it doesn't actually show them in a very healthy light, to be very honest. And when my friend pointed this out, I wondered a bit whether it was worth talking about, but then it struck me that actually he's right, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it, mainly because of the fact that it was Sunil Gavaskar, it was MS Dhoni. I mean, the way he jumped into the picture, he sought his autograph, and they hugged each other, and he went totally sort of berserk over Dhoni, and probably Dhoni was giving enough indications that this IPL would be his last. But that's a different issue altogether, whether it is his last or not. But Gavaskar's, juvenile behavior, quote unquote, I think doesn't really, show him in a very healthy light, because he's somebody who has, immensely contributed to Indian cricket. The kind of efforts that he's put in, and we all know that he lives Indian cricket. If there is one thing that he's passionate about, that's Indian cricket. That's Indian cricket. But to see Sunil Gavaskar actually, behaving in a way which is contrary to what we have seen of him over the years, that is a bit shocking. That is a bit surprising. Now, what happens is, if maybe in the future, if he's in a position to criticize MS Dhoni, if Dhoni commits a mistake, then what will be his reaction? Will he be objective? Will he just sort of stay put? No. We all know that Sunil Gavaskar doesn't mince words, and he has definitely, with his words, pushed MS Dhoni, up the pedestal. He calls him a legend. He calls him a cricketer, who is second to none. That's fair enough. That's his opinion. That's his viewpoint. I have no issues with what he has said. But I have I'm a bit averse towards people getting over emotional, especially on the job. So going by Sunil Gavaskar's actions that day, I think he could have actually behaved a bit more professionally. Obviously, his like whatever he did and how Dhoni sort of reacted, those are like all over the social media. I mean, they grabbed headlines, and everybody was talking about it. People are still talking about it. I've also spoken about it. I've tweeted about it. But on a second thought, when my friend suggested, it actually sort of hit my brains that of course there's the other side to it, and we should actually sort of talk about it. Now, I dare not criticize Sunil Gavaskar because he's a godly figure. People revere him. People, sort of talk about him with a lot of respect. But at times, like human beings are not infallible. They also make mistakes. So probably Sunny Bhai got a bit carried away. But I'm sure, he knows what he's doing, and he will ensure that it's not repeated, so that even a single person doesn't get the liberty to talk critical about him. Thank you so much, guys. God bless, and keep encouraging me.